What do you want to talk about?
I finally finished that stupid show,
Which one?
Which one?
She-Hulk.
Oh
Oh,
God. Okay. All right. Well, do your
And
Elon
I
Musk story and
are
then
women
bring it up and then bring it up.
invented
Oh, we
to
talked about it
help?
already. We talked about how She-Hulk hates men. What do you want to talk about?
how much I still hate the damn show. Even I gave it 3 episodes, and I still hate it after finishing it.
Well, the show was
But
Oh
yeah,
my
awful. The show
God.
was awful. It had no plot. It had no stakes. It had no nothing. And the
yeah.
fact that they progressed the Hulk story in it at all was a damn shame. And
Here's
did
They
you
they superseded. They super speed, whatever.
Ben?
They just blew through everything with the
here
Hulk.
here's like a big problem for like the critics. Like everyone's reply to it is, "Oh, the show's not for you. It's for the women." And that's why it's
It's
failed. And it
but it's not.
is it not?
That's a
Because that's what it seems like.
that's
It
a
seems like it's a
terror.
super girl power movie. And
But
like I'm all about it. I'm
I
all
don't
about girl
know. I
power,
don't
but
know because if that's what women consider girl power, they need to reassess what being a boss lady or a boss bitch is because it was
yeah.
very superficial about looks and
You,
hair and my ass and sleeping with men and like what's empowered now. None of
that's
look
women empowerment. Yeah,
there
that's
was
not
no
women empowerment at
all
all.
Yeah.
they did was belittle all the men were complete dog shit. Every single guy,
So
except for maybe one. And the one guy that really wasn't dog shit, no, two guys. The one guy who wasn't dog shit was a simp, and the other one was Dark Daredevil. He was kind of just like, all right, he can hold his own, but you could not successfully belittle Daredevil and not get pushed back. That's the only reason why he survived looking like a piece of crap himself. But every man was some disgusting derivative of toxic masculinity or an
Yeah,
incel or a troll. There wasn't a single positive man, purely positive, besides what they
Blonsky.
tried to do. Blonsky, please.
Yeah,
so it
that
really
whole
was
that
like a show that was made for women, right? Is that
If
what it was?
it was made, it was a show made to shit on men, which is not the same thing as
So
a show made to empower women. I don't think that was made
no,
to
no, no.
empower
I
men.
didn't.
There was nothing empowering that I saw in the message of She-Hulk. I said and I'm telling you right now, if women thought that was empowering for them, then it's sweet Jesus, your movement is over because there
mhm.
was nothing empowering about that. It was all about putting men down, and by comparison, the women look better. That's the only reason why. But that's the narrative right now in all media is that to prop up women, you have to punch down on the men, as opposed to putting them on equal footing or just showing them superior. What they do is they have to make the guys seem so ridiculously inferior, and that's how the woman looks good by punching down. That's what I feel.
Oh, that was
So
our Andrew Tate moment, wasn't it?
no, that wasn't an Andrew Tate moment. I'm not saying anything about let women be empowered, but you can do it without punching down
Without
on
punching men
men.
down. Yeah.
You can do it.
So my
All right.
my
Sarah Connor didn't punch down on men.
I have no issues with lead female actors, women actors, whatever you want to call them. I don't have any issues with that. But
Strong female
yeah,
leads.
I don't have any issues with that. The thing is, um, we get a
Please,
lot of
Black Panther,
backlash.
be good. Please, Black Panther, be good.
we would get a lot of back. Well, I'm saying we as men would get a lot of backlash if men just punch down on women all the time. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You don't put a movie out there and just like, oh, women are just hell and women are this. Like, we talk about it, we joke about it. I mean, hell, we live through it. But there's not a show or a movie or anything of the sort that just punches down on women all of the time. Now, if you want to base it on society aspects and what society has deemed this okay, that's fine. Change is coming, things are going to change, but you just have to let it happen. There's no need to be punching down on either side for everybody to be equal.
Yeah.
That's just what
All they're
that
doing is causing discord, negative discord between the sexes
right.
and unnecessarily. Because if to prop myself up, I have to put you down. Then when I strike back, I'm wrong, I'm toxic. No, you're making us look stupid. You're telling us that we're wrong for wanting to defend our own gender. Like Jordan Peterson was on a show, and they said, well, don't you feel bad that you're giving a voice to the incels? I just realized what incel is, involuntary celibate, by the way. That's just guys who can't get women. They're called incels, and incels is an involuntary celibate. It's not really supposed to be a negative term, but they've made it a negative term because usually the men who are involuntarily celibate are angry because women don't give them a time of day because of X, Y, and Z that they can't do. But that besides the point. Jordan Peterson was on a show and said, don't you feel bad that you're giving a voice to the toxic incels out there? And that side of the argument, they relished it because he actually got emotional, because that's not his point. He's not trying to fuel the negativity, but he's like, what is wrong with giving my fellow man encouragement? What is wrong with sympathizing with the men out there that have a hard time getting with women? What's wrong with this? And he got really emotional, and they loved it. They said we got him to cry. Yes.
Yeah. They slammed all over him after that. It was all in response to Olivia Wilde, I think her name, the movie that she produced.
Right. I think so.
I remember seeing that because I didn't see that interview with.
I saw it, and it made me
Jordan, but I remember seeing that part.
Tear up. It made me tear up because he hates what's going on right now in the world when it comes to these gender politics and why men have to roll over and show their belly because women feel a certain way or this pronoun feels a certain way and blah 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 blah. Just being and I hate using the term cisgender male. Why do we have to even do that? To be a cisgender male is wrong, apparently. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was hurting about. And it's funny to watch him tear up like that. It was crazy.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Absolutely crazy. But we're going to move on now to